Hello, I'm Johnny Cash, and welcome to the Cash Small Engine Shop and Two-Car Garage. Fooled you, didn't I? I'm all in black and you thought I am Johnny Cash. Fooled you. Now, I've got on regular clothes and you recognize me. And I'm clean shaven. My Fu Manchu mustache and beard and all that crap, it's all gone. And I've got on my special LSU baseball hat because baseball season starts Friday. And we've got new coaches, new head coach, new team, and we are looking forward to having a terrific year. Now, it's the middle of winter down here. Our 3 weeks is just about passed by and everybody is ready for spring. So it's a little tune-up, and because it's the middle of winter and I don't have anything to work on, I've brought out my own 2 Poulan chainsaws to work on. And I'll show you what I've done to them. This is the first one we'll look at, and it's by far the oldest of the 2. This is the Poulan 2150 that I bought at Lowe's here in Shreveport in 1996, and it's still going strong. This saw was made here in Shreveport at Poulan Weed Eater or Beard Poulan, whatever it was called in that time, but very well made little saw. It's a modern design, vertical cylinder, not a whole lot different from saws that are made today. It's got a hand guard up here, but it does not have a chain brake on it. And I have done some modifications to this saw. I'll get you a close-up and you can see them a little bit better. They claim, these little saws, that you can really wake them up. Excuse me, I kicked my tripod. But you can really wake them up if you let them get more air in and more air out. So I have drilled holes that go directly to the air filter, and it gets some air from other spaces in it. There's a tiny little vertical slit inside there, and it gets some air blown into it from the flywheel, and it can suck air through some of these various holes. But they claim that drilling into the top cover there directly into the air cleaner will help wake them up. Now, getting air in and getting air out are the 2 main issues. This muffler has come off, gone back on, and it's got 2 little oblong slots in it that take all of the exhaust, goes through a baffle in a, also has a spark arrestor screen, which I've thrown in the trash. But I have greatly enlarged those oblong holes in there, and it shoots along the back and then comes out this port here on the side, and I have greatly enlarged that port on the side. So we're going to get more air in and we're going to be able to get more air out, and we'll see if it wakes this little saw up. Notice I put a $4 eBay bucking spike on it, which is a little bit overkill for a saw this size. I think this is 2.1 cubic inches, maybe 32 cc's or something like this. Not very big, but it runs good. Does not have a chain brake on it, just this hand guard. The newer saw, and all the newer saws now have chain brakes on them, but this has been a great little saw. It's actually my go-to saw because it's light and easy to work with. We'll take a look at the Big Boy now. Big Boy might be a little bit of an overstatement. But this saw is 42 cc's. It's got an 18-inch bar on it. Like all these Poulans, it comes with these low kickback chains that don't exactly set the saw on fire when they're trying to cut through something, but they get the job done. And I've done the same thing to this saw that I did to the little one. I've drilled a bunch of holes into the back cover of it here. It's a bigger saw, so I've drilled more holes in it. All these holes go directly into the air cleaner. And then on the muffler side, this has got a bigger muffler on it. It had two oblong holes in it, and I've greatly widened and ground those holes out, and then took this exit port here and bent it out so it's about twice as big, maybe 2.5 times as big as it was to start with. But it's supposed to really lighten these things up. See, I've got a bucking spike on that, which is a little more realistic since this is a bigger saw. But these Poulans, they all get raked over on the internet because they're inexpensive. And hey, it's not a Steel or a Pro model or a Husqvarna Pro model or even a farm model, but if you take care of them, they'll run a long time. I bought this in 2016, so it's 6 years old. I bought it off the internet. Once it came in a box, I had to assemble it, but I got a case and an extra chain and an extra bar with it, which made it, for $175, made it a pretty deadgum good deal. And it runs great, and I'll show you the lubes that I use in these saws, which is one thing that has kept them in such good condition. This is a selection of oils that I've had some part in developing and selling, and a lot of experience in using. I worked for a long time for a huge independent lubricant manufacturer here in Shreveport, Specialty Oil Company, and we did lots of two-cycle oils and outdoor power equipment oils. And I was the company two-cycle guy because I had a background in racing two-cycle engines, two-cycle motorcycles, so I understood two-cycle engines pretty well. So they made me the two-cycle guy. And some of the accounts that I was involved with were Steel. We made all of Steel's lubricants. We made all of their bar and chain oils, all of their engine oils. Good company. I've been over to Virginia Beach many times. Another huge customer of ours was Homelight, which was later purchased by John Deere, and it became part of John Deere Consumer Products. And then we made product for Homelight that put it into Home Depot under the Power Care brand. We made all of Quaker State's two-cycle engine oils. And later on, after I had left Quaker State, in Pennzoil, Quaker State. I went to work for Cross Oil up in Arkansas, and our two-cycle engine oil was Syngard, synthetic blend product. On the bar and chain side, this was a specialty product, a Tasca Duratac, and when Quaker State bought us, they quickly adopted that product as Quaker State Duratac. But most of these engine oils, not this one, but these, they all use base oils, different additives, but for the most part, they use a product called Bright Stock, which is a very heavy, big molecule base oil that doesn't burn very clean, but it does great lubricating, getting between the pistons and the cylinders on these two-cycle engines. However, it smokes. So later on, we developed this product, developed it for John Deere, that put it into Home Depot, but we also packaged it for Quaker State. And this was a ISO LEGD, low smoke, low emission engine oils. The first one we made, and it used polyisobutylene, or PIB, in place of Bright Stock. PIB's a VI improver. It's got a great big molecule, just like Bright Stock does, but it just burns a lot cleaner. And as a salesman, I had to have samples, and I ended up with a couple of cases of this stuff. Some of it was a packaging problem we had, where we had forgotten to put a little plug in there. But anyway, it works great, and this is the product that I have used almost exclusively in all of my two-cycle equipment, and I've got a boatload of two-cycle equipment. This is a terrific product. I had to take the mufflers off both these chainsaws when I was modifying them, get a look into the pistons, and I can tell you the pistons look like they're brand new, and that's a direct reflection of this PIB two-cycle engine oil. Let's take another final look at the saws. All right, first we'll look at Mr. 2150 here. See what she wants to do. Doesn't do anything if the switch is off. I'd call that a success. All right, now we'll take a look at Mr. 4218. See if he wants to cooperate. I'll call that a win too. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody.